All right, guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm completely unprepared. Okay? I think I might have broken my camera. All right, we're going to set this stream up together, okay? We can do this. We can do this. I may have just broken the camera. If I have, guys, please make sure I haven't, man. If I have, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really hope, because basically, all right, let me just turn around so I can talk to you guys while I'm working on it. All right. So basically, yeah. We had this issue once in the office where we plugged the wrong plug into a camera, and it broke the whole motherboard. And I might have just done that again. Ugh, if I did, it's broken. Our leads and wires are all over the place. I really hope I didn't do that. I am actually bugging out. Bismillah. We cannot afford. Okay. The camera's on. The camera's on. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. That should be good news. But then how did Suleiman do this though? I don't understand. If you put in the camera on, then how does it... This plate is in the way. Am I doing it? Ah. Maybe it's like... Bruv. Butter? Alright. We might be... Guys, we might have a stream on our hands. We might have a stream on our hands. We may well and truly have a stream on these hands of ours. Okay. What's next? See, I took some of the streaming... Look at me, I'm a mess. Now you guys are laughing at me. I'm having a crash out. All right, look. Now I took the... I took this... Some of the streaming stuff I took home. Like, this is rag... And we're professional business here. Well, I took some of the stuff home because I had a stream last night. No, I didn't have a stream. I had a podcast last night. That one that I was telling you guys about yesterday with the guy who wrote the questions. So, and then also I had a launch last night. So the reason is I've been a bit all over the place because I've been working on a launch. Yeah. I've got one of these in my bag. And should I give you guys a mic? Do you guys deserve a better mic? Because the mic I can do now. Okay? The mic, that's no problem. But even then, it's like, where's the big lead for the mic? All right, let me give you guys a mic for now. And then... There you go. There's a bit better audio for you. I can improve it in a minute, as in, because the lead is not big enough. Oh. So, I'll be working on a launch. Yeah? Finally, I launched it. That's why it's been a bit mad recently. So even keeping up with the streams during this launch has been a bit nuts because all day every day I'm like building out the funnel and everything. But if you guys saw my socials last night, I have launched my first ever YouTube mentorship. Everybody, mentorship. Which means, what does that mean, Faisal? What does it even mean? Let me just so you guys can see what it's got the whole world in this bag. So what it means is that it's not about podcasting. So I think some people be confused thinking that I'm like helping people with podcasting. Unfortunately, that is not the case. What it is it's helping people like you and I, yeah, who might you know, specialize in something. So you might be a baker, like who is it on our stream that's a baker? If you're the baker who's also a doctor, shout yourself out. Maybe not say, but I can't remember. But if you're the baker, so for example, you specialize in baking, right? And you're like, well, I want to um sell my recipes or whatever, right? And so what you're doing is you're creating content to sell your recipes. And it's like, hold on by the way, this is what we run the stream on, which is why you can't see me properly. You're looking at me through my MacBook webcam right now. We don't even have the day, we don't have nothing. You know what I was thinking about the other day, yesterday? I was thinking that the early shift was meant to be a show where on your way to work and stuff, I'm giving you like the daily, like, you know, rundown, news, whatever. And it's just become Faisal's crash out. I have, by the way, I didn't just get to work. I've been working since like 8 o'clock in the morning, my time. Right. We're getting somewhere. So let's say, for example, you're selling your cake. You want to sell your recipes, right? And so you're like, all right, well, I've got to create content to do so. Well, my argument after about 15 years of YouTube is that actually YouTube is the place to be, because it's way less erratic. You're not competing with people who are like dancing on TikTok for views. You're not trying to keep up with the latest trends. You could just take a breather. YouTube has been the most consistent platform over the last like 2 decades. And a video that I've literally, me and my clients, videos that you created like 5 years ago still benefit you 5 years later, still get you clients, still get you work. That doesn't happen with short form. Because people still search it, right, on YouTube. So now what I'm doing is people like that, individuals who are interested in mentorship, for that, get to do so with me. 12 months. And it's super cheap. And that's actually been a problem. I'm going to tell you guys about that in a second. And not a problem for me, by the way. Problem for others. You are thinking, what? What on earth are you talking about? Why can we hear you but not see you? Are you a professional? Clearly not. But guess what, guys? If there's nothing else I've ever done, and trust me, I've done a whole lot of nothing. I've always been consistent. I've always showed up. And so that's what I'm doing for you today. I am showing up. Sure, there's going to be streams like this. Sure. I'm sure. You know? Now you can't even see anything. Now you can't even see anything. Now you're thinking, is it what? I'm just saying. Guys, we got there. We really got there. We really got there. Okay, we're not all there yet. I mean, I'm not all there anyway. You can still see the mic. But let's just light it up. Let's get lit. Okay. So that's what's been happening. Why are these never charged? I've only really got myself to blame. But these are like one-time use, man. They really don't charge for a lot. It's like after every use you have to charge it. Guys, I'll be honest, I don't even have a reminder of this. I don't even have a chair. I don't even have a chair. Right. Somebody DM'd me the other day saying, saying, hey, I noticed your hair looks a bit fuller. Have you been like doing anything or consuming anything? Because my hair is also thinning, and I found it funny because it's just spray. It's just spray. Wrong button. Right. My next order of mission, yeah, because that's a sentence, is give myself a chair and fix this mic situation so you can't see it and so I get long enough lead and stuff like that, okay? So that's currently what I'm working on. I'm currently working on that, okay? And part one, bam, is done. Chair. Part two, ist, which is German for is, yeah? Part two, ist, a long enough, oh, you got one purple light in the back, Fass. You think you're bad? All the other lights are white, but you want one purple one? Absolutely. Freaking not. Not today. There we are. That's fixed. Right. One last order of business. Fix this mic situation. I don't even have headphones on. I don't have nothing. I don't know what you guys can. I don't even know if it's working. I don't even know if it's working. I don't even know if it's working. I don't even have a reminder of the day. I have nothing. I have everything. Alhamdulillah. I have everything. Okay, let's just find a long lead. Listen. Suleiman, if you're watching, and I hope you are, where is the long USB-C lead? And if you're not watching, shame on you. Shame on you. And this will be the test. Really it will. Guys, we're going to have half an hour left by the time we even sell. Let me find a long lead. Give me a sec. Give me a second. Alright, do you know what? I actually have my own. Because I'm such a professional, I actually have my own long lead. Is that long enough? Yeah, it should be. So guys, you're not going to hear me for a second. Just bear with me. Don't panic. Please don't panic. Please. Please don't panic. Can you hear me now? There you go. Mic's out of the way. Mic's brought in. Lead is still in view. And boom. Only 18 minutes late. We are ready to stream. I'm just saying. Oh, look at that. What a nightmare angle. So that's me being in the middle. Is the camera a bit better? Oh, and I'm like, anyway, guys. Look at that. You can hear me and you can't even see the mic. Where is the mic, you ask? Well, that's just how production works. So, let's get into the stream. Right, we don't have reminders today, guys. We're just keeping it together. This is just a keeping it together stream. But we can have some conversation. What we can do is we can say, so what I was saying is, I know that this stream was meant to be, hey guys, you're waking up, you're en route to work, and how about I accompany you and just give you the rundown for the day, so that when you get to work, or when you start your day, even if you work from home or you don't work, you know, you just feel like a bit more prepped for the day, because Big Phase is here to help you out. That was the aim of these streams. But now it's just become a mess. And all I'm doing is turning up. Because that's all I can do. So yeah, I've been working on this launch. So I was telling you that there's been an issue with the launch or with the product in that it's been too cheap. And I'm not even saying that as a as a marketing technique. I'm not even saying that as a marketing technique. The reason it's been an issue is I've had people message me who have said that who are by the way not purchasing because they're worried about the price being too cheap. They're saying 12-month membership, sorry, 12-month mentorship. And so like, where's the catch? And so now it's made me worry. Genuinely, I'm worried. I'm thinking I've put the price too low. My whole thinking was for the first 10 mentees, the price is going to be super cheap, £265. You get one-on-one call with me at the beginning to discuss your YouTube strategy. And the same thing, I need to look at the camera. The thing is, I can look at the camera, but the comments are down here. So I can't, when I look at the camera, I can't see anything. I can't see anything apart from a camera. Here, I can see your guys' comments. But okay, fine, I'll try. I will try. So my thinking was first 10 mentees, 265 quid. You get one-on-one consultation with me, which is already cheaper than my consultations. Or around the same price. I do day consultations, but I haven't done one in like 6-7 months. I've been focusing on FG. But you don't not only get that one-on-one consultation, the initial one, but you also get for 12 months you're in my Discord, and so I'm back and forth giving you personalized, personal feedback and tips on your YouTube channel. Now, the reason it is because now I'm not here to trash courses, because I myself have launched many courses that I hope have benefited, I was going to say the masses, but that's not really true. But that have benefited, right? But I thought, really, how do I provide the most impact and the most benefit through my experience and expertise? How do I provide the most benefit? And the truth is I've always believed that the most benefit can be provided by personally dealing in a personal way, giving personalized feedback on everybody's specific content, rather than generic feedback or even generic advice. Also, you don't know where people are at. When you're giving generic advice, you might be giving one person advice about their equipment, but that person's like, oh no. Like, for example, I had a client who had done a film degree. I can't advise them on equipment, yet they were coming to me for help on YouTube, on like the set design and these different things. But when it came to lighting, when it came to cameras, when it came to mics, they did not need me. And so if part of my course, a whole like segment is equipment, this is general, but for that individual, it's not needed. And so for in a private consultation, I'd be like, okay, fine, scrap that side. What do you need help on? What do you need help on? And so that's why I've always believed in one-on-one. And so with it being a mentorship, it has to be limited, and therefore it's limited places. But I did think for the first 10, I'll do it at 265. That seems to be a problem. You just can't win. You just can't win. So anyway, but that's going well, and the launch went really well. And I'm just going to lower the mic because I think it's a bit too high. There you go. It's low enough. It's the lowest it can be. Oh. It's the lowest it can be without it being in shot, because I don't think it's in shot. So there we are. Welcome one and all. I'm not bowing, by the way. I shouldn't even pretend like do the action. One time I did a bow, not even a bow. I did like I lowered my head, which was wrong. When I was speaking to an audience in the live event, and then somebody commented on YouTube and was like, "You shouldn't even do that," and it's actually true. Even bowing your head, you only bow to Allah. So I am burnt out. I've had 2 coffees already this morning. Look how bent the angle is. I have to fix that. Look, you can see the roof there. And then it goes like that. Let me fix that. Because as you guys know, I'm a perfectionist. I'm the opposite of a perfectionist. But that is bugging me. Did you guys enjoy that moment of silence? Ah. Right. Where do we go from here? Okay. I think I've lost all viewership. Oh, the lighting is great though. If nothing else, the lighting is great. Let's get some decorum and some professionalism here. Please. Let's do the graphic. I know I've literally got less than 30 minutes left on this stream, but we should at least respect the stream by doing the graphic. Okay? What is the graphic today? Today the day is what? It's a Thursday. And it's the 4th. And what's the Islamic date? I'm assuming it's the 13th, right? It has to be. Yesterday was the 12th. If I know my numbers, and I say that lightly or loosely, because I do not know my numbers. Okay, let's go today. There we are. Right. 28 minutes into the stream, we finally are ready. And I have nothing. Nothing. Let's check the weather. Guys, I'm going to be in London in T- something days. 8 degrees Celsius right now. I'm going to be in London in T- something days. This month, inshallah. And I need warmth. I need warmth. Because I don't think I'm prepared for the amount of cold that I'm about to deal with. Absolutely not. Jacob says, anyone have any Audible recommendations? Yes, I'm going to open up my Audible right now. Because, by the way, right now I'm reading 2 books at the same time. Yeah. I don't want to call myself a genius, but you heard me right. I'm reading not 1, but 2 books at the same time. Boom! Although I've been reading them for a few weeks and I haven't got past the first chapter on either of them. I'm the kind of guy who starts reading, pauses, thinks about it for a while, and goes, I need to think about that some more. But I'm actually reading for the first time in a long time, because normally when I say reading, I mean I'm listening, but this no, I'm actually reading. Let me get the first one. This stream has tired me. Just trying to get it set up, and then by the time it's set up, it's like, time to go. All right, this is the book that I'm currently reading. It's called The Art of Spending Money by Morgan Housel. You might also recognize him from, I think he wrote a book called The Psychology of Money. And I'm also reading a separate book, which is at home somewhere. at the same time, and that's called The Psychology of Relationships. No, I can't remember what it's called. No, it's called it's called Games People Play, and it's about psychology. It's psychology. Both are psychology books. This is about the psychology of money, and the other one is psychology of relationships. I mainly read psychology books because, yeah, psychology. No, because I studied it. Well, I studied the psychology of criminals in university, but now I'm going on to general psychology. You know. Yeah. So, do you want me to read you a rando portion of this book because we have nothing else to lean on? Okay, I'm gonna pick a random. All right. Somebody say a number between 1 and 200. No. Between 1 and 240. Not 1 and 240. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Someone say a number between 1 and 240, and that's the page I'm going to read. I need a third. That's rude. I need a third coffee. Come on, guys. Give me a number between 1 and 200 and, what was it, 40? I'm going to have a silent protest until I see a number between 1 and 240. Oh, guys, come on. I can't do silent protest that long. It's a live stream. Surely somebody out there wants me to read a part of this book. There we go. Sumaya Kausar. Oh, Jacob got there first. I'm so sorry, Sumaya. Jacob got there first. 193. I'll do both. All right, so 193 and 239. So 193. Page 193. All right, here we go. Obviously, I have not read this part far in the book because I've only got through chapter 1. Oh, and then we've got 100 as well. All right, fine. I'll do that one as well. All right. 193. Are you ready? I'm not going to read the whole page. I'm just going to find a bit of it. Are you ready? All right, here we go. I'm just going to read this like little bit. It says, "This may sound harsh, but I hope you're poor at some point. Not struggling, not unhappy, of course, but there's no way to learn the value of money without feeling the power of its scarcity. Your parents will work hard to support you and open the doors of opportunity, but we're not going to spoil you. We're not going to be mean. We're not trying to be mean. Learning that you can't have everything you want is the only way to understand the difference between a need and a desire. I will teach you how to budget, how to save, and how to value what you already have. Learning to be frugal without it hurting is an essential life skill that will come in handy during life's inevitable ups and downs." This chapter must be about parenting. Yeah, it's called Your Money and Your Kids. Who'd have guessed? All right, that was 193. Let's go to 239. I'm going to read chapter 239. I should have contemplated on it. I'll contemplate on this one. 239. Let me find a bit. Okay, here you go. Okay, let's mention the chapter first, otherwise it's not going to make sense to us. The chapter of this bit is called "The Luckier You Are, the Nicer You Should Be." So we should replace the word luck with blessed. The more blessed you are. Okay. If you're fortunate enough to live in a prosperous region, in a prosperous era, surrounded by the ability to learn about the world and express who you are, a beneficiary of the accumulated efforts and wisdom of the 100 billion people who came before you, the more you should go out of your way to appreciate what money cannot buy. Realize that having money might highlight or magnify an incredible life, but it cannot create it on its own. Understand that people who have made different decisions than you and ended up with a different outcome than you can be just as smart, funny, insightful, and worthy as you. They do what makes sense to them, and they're trying to find their way in a complex world. You do what makes sense to you, and you're trying to find your way in a complex world. And so we end right where we began, with a reminder that all behavior makes sense with enough information, and we are all on our own. Guess who can't read? And we are all on our own quest for the simple life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair. But I actually found something on the other page on 238 that caught my eye. It says, I've come up with a few simple thoughts that guide how I think about money in my own house. I feel like these we can ponder on. It goes like this, and it goes a little something like this. So these are some principles or thoughts to guide how you can think about money in your house. Number 1, spend less than you make. Valid. Number 2, quietly compound. Money serves you, not the other way around. That's a good one. No one is thinking about you as much as you are. Great. We here at the Early Shift love that. Independence is wealth. True. True. Health is wealth. Also true. Aim to be a good ancestor. And then finally, love your family. Nice. Okay, finally we're going to go to number 100. 100. 100. Okay. 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 People sometimes think they're buying something nice because it will make their life more pleasant, comfortable, interesting, or fulfilling. But unknowingly, what they're paying for is a chance that other people will look at them, ideally in a positive light. With everything you purchase, it's vital to identify which is which, why you actually want to buy this thing, and realize that each offers a very different outcome and benefit. It's true. That's kind of the concept of this book, by the way, The Art of Spending Money. It's like about the psychology, about how often we purchase things actually for people because we care about what people say and think, not because actually it fulfills us. And so his general point in the book is, if you want to spend money on something lavish, that's fine, but as long as it's something that you feel like is serving you, not because you just want to impress others. And then there's a bunch of things that we purchase to impress others that we don't need to purchase, because that's not the aim. So yeah, that's the book that I'm reading, and my voice just broke, so that's embarrassing as well, because I've actually hit 30. And that lives on the internet forever. So that's something I have to deal with, really. The other book I'm reading is called Games People Play. I haven't got that book on me, it's in my house, but let's just read the blurb, or the description. Games People Play, just so you guys know what I'm reading. Okay. Games People Play, The Psychology of Human Relationships is a 1964 book by psychiatrist Eric Berne. The book was a bestseller at the time of its publication. I mean, how difficult is that in 1964? Am I right? Okay. The book was a bestseller at the time of its publication, despite drawing academic criticism for some of the psychoanalytic theories it presented. It popularized Berne's model of transactional analysis among a wide audience, and has been considered one of the first pop psychology books. Summary of the book. In the first half of the book, Berne introduces his theory of transactional analysis as a way of interpreting social interactions. He proposes that individuals encompass 3 roles or ego states, known as the parent, the adult, and the child, which they switch between. He postulates that while adult-to-adult interactions are largely healthy, dysfunctional interactions can arise when people take on mismatched roles, such as parent-child or child-adult. The second half of the book catalogues a series of mind games identified by Berne, in which people interact through a patterned and predictable series of transactions based on these mismatched roles. He states that although these interactions may seem plausible, they are actually a way to conceal hidden motivations under scripted interactions with a predefined outcome. The book uses casual, often humorous phrases such as "see what you made me do" or "why don't you, yes but" or "ain't it awful" as a way of briefly describing each game. Byrne describes the winner of these mind games as a person that returns to the adult ego state first. Ooh, interesting. I've got really not far in that game at all. Right. Rightio. Okay, I'll do one last request because Highway Tickbus is 212 on the money one. Tomorrow, should I bring in games people play? No, I'm not. I haven't got because that actually sounds quite interesting, really, doesn't it? I don't have a stream tomorrow because tomorrow is Solo Fridays. But Monday, if you guys want, I'll bring games people play in on my. Maybe this stream can become like a book club. Hello. Hola. Bonjour. Tag. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I can bring in a book every stream. I don't have that many books. Right, 212. 212 of The Art of Spending Money says, and I quoteth, I think people in the other offices get really annoyed at me because I'm being loud. I can hear them walking around. Imagine security just comes and knocks on the door. I would say, well, excuse me. We're having a conversation. All right, here we go. Number 212. The name of the book that I just read, it was called Games People Play by Eric Byrne, written in 1964. Okay, 212. You guys ready? This is back to the art of spending money. Somaya says, yes, book club. Okay. It'll be non-fictional and it'll be very heavily psychology. It'll be very heavy on the psychology side of things. 212. People can recognize when they're being oblivious, giving zero attention to a problem. But when you can say, look at me, cutting lattes for my budget like a responsible budgeter, it's harder to recognize that you're being irresponsible with much larger purchases. For the vast majority of people, a handful of budget items make up the vast majority of their expenses. And they are the following 5. College, so we can say education. Home, rent. Or, I mean, we don't want to say mortgage. But maybe you've done a qard hasana. Maybe you've saved up 200 grand and you've borrowed 200 grand. You bought a house and you're paying back the 200. Regardless, I don't know why we're getting into that. It's completely irrelevant to this discussion. College, home, car is the third one. I think out of the 3, by the way, car is the easiest to pay off cash. So it's like if you can hurry and pay your car off, useful. Health insurance. So this book is obviously written in America. And childcare. That's it. That's what should get all your attention. Everything else is a rounding error. Tending to small expenses can compound into a fortune. They can also suck your attention away from much larger problems. I don't think these 2 points contradict each other. Remember, the opposite of a good idea can also be a good idea. They are equally important. A lot of doing well with money is understanding the barbell approach to good behavior. Save like a pessimist and invest like an optimist. Expect the worst, hope for the best. Live for today, but prepare for tomorrow. Let me offer another. It's almost impossible to build wealth without controlling your biggest expenses, and it's very difficult to grow wealth without caring about smaller expenses. Now let's talk about greed and fear, and then that goes to the next chapter. And there we are. Guys, that's the stream. Like it, hate it. It is it. When I'm in London, by the way, I don't know how I'm going to stream. The setup's going to be a bit weak. I'm going to take the equipment, but yeah. Lighting is going to be bad. The set is not going to look beautiful like this. But we're going to make it work. I'm going to be staying at my mum's house for the most part here. And then on the tour, I'm going to be staying in hotels. So it's going to be like my sister's bedroom. And then hotel rooms as the set. But I'll bring the camera. I'll bring the mic. And we'll do what we can. Jazakallah khair, guys, for watching today's stream. I'll see you on Monday, which in German is Montag, I believe, if I remember correctly. And tomorrow you'll see Solo, Suleiman, for Solo Fridays. So make sure you turn up. Oh, Suleiman, don't join now. We were asking for you earlier. We were asking for you at the beginning of this stream. And now you're here. Now we're ending. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys turn up for Suleiman tomorrow because you know, we need you guys to interact with. Otherwise, what's even the stream? Also, let me know what you guys thought about Muhammad's episode of the podcast. I'll see you on Monday, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.